Okay, hello, welcome, guys. We got Lily back, and also we got a new banner that I made. We're talking Hasman Hotel because we are in the middle of watching Doug talk about. Oh my god, it's such a good face as well. I paused it. Oh my god, I need to tweet these at him and say,
Your
pausing
face.
your videos is a gift.
Sometimes it's concerning.
This is the face I made when I saw this video.
And I wanted to say, what really bothered me though of people complaining about the designs is that they did it after the pilot was released when they saw what the designs looked like for a couple years.
Yeah, so why didn't they complain like while it was in production or whatever? Maybe it's cuz maybe some did and they thought, "Oh, they'll change it or whatever," but they didn't. I don't know.
Oh, and I also wanted to say, um, if I ever saw uh like if I ever had a chance to talk to Doug in person, I want to tell him this story like where I'm in art class and I just hear this girl say, "Have you guys heard of Avatar?" It's it's such a good movie. Every time the more you watch it, the more you understand
The more you watch it, the more you understand it. I will never get over that.
because I would think he'd find it real kind of funny. Right?
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's definitely something I could hear him going. Ah, yeah. You know what? The more I understand all its problems, the more I understand what it ripped off, like stuff like that. I could see him making jokes like that. Jake, you're real quiet.
I know. I was wanting to see what was on my phone so I can like get ideas to talk about.
Oh, you know what? Me and Jake were talking Harry Potter and Super Carlin Brothers and stuff last time, and or even actually no, it was them going into the Avatar: The Last Airbender series or whatever, and they are late to the party,
Yeah, they are.
real late. Every and any theory that they come up with has already been debunked or answered for that initial series. There's literally no questions it's been like it was on the air. Like while it was on the air, a lot of questions were answered, and uh, like a lot of questions were answered ever since it ended. Like I feel right, and Legend of Korra also answered a bunch of questions. Itself as a series, and yet now it's like they're trying to join. They're trying to join the bandwagon. It's crazy. But back to Nostalgia Critic. This face.
you
You know what?
screensh-
This face reminds me a lot of our friend. I'm not going to say his name on this. But you know who I'm talking about, Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so you screenshotted the face.
Yes, I did. Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, I took some pictures of this, and you know what? I may tweet the day I post this episode. I'm going to tweet these out to him. In a nice little guys. Please pause Nostalgia Critic. I'm gonna make a thread. I'm gonna be like, does anyone else pause Nostalgia Critic and get beautiful reaction faces? I please share below. Why does it look? What is his shirt right
Oh, that's
there?
Coraline.
It is coral. Okay, I was thinking because I was trying to depict what the it looked very it looked a lot like an image of Coraline. I thought I recognized it.
Well,
Is
can
all.
you actually pass me my jacket?
Yeah, he's getting cold.
And also, look at all that cool artwork behind him.
Yeah, he obviously didn't draw all that. If he did draw all that, then dude, why don't you just animate Nostalgia Critic?
Well, like,
That's another thing. I would love to offer animating Nostalgia Critic. Like, just send me some audio files. some storyboards of whatever. That's another thing that I really feel he doesn't do in his productions. He like it's more of like his way of directing isn't like anything like he's trying to capture an image that he had in his head and drew down to like help with the framing or direction of it or like the timing of it. You know, he just kind of gets on set and has his actors try different takes in various costumes, and then he picks the best one.
Well, and also, which one uns do you think he could have drawn over there?
The one with all the teeth. Here, I'll just point with the mouse. So, this one I think he could have drawn. A few of these he could have drawn. And this one right here. Yeah, and then I don't know. There's not really any others I see. There's a Sonic poster right there. I see that.
What about the one like with the tower or with the cape?
Oh, this or this?
That.
Yeah, that looks like something he could have drawn. Cause he mimicked a lot of like remember that one where it's like embarrassing footage of him or something. He was trying to be like, oh, you see, critic, we all mimic people we admire. Like whatever that one was, and it was
Tim
him.
Burton,
Yes, and he had like basically a Tim Burton land in his room, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
You ever see that, Jake?
Well, I also just wanna. I would also. Well, I think what I'm trying to say is another thing I would like tell him is like, or I mean ask like what's your artwork like
Artwork like?
Yeah.
Or I feel like we see it a lot. Like he drew and I think animated that Beetlejuice intro.
Oh,
Yeah, it was very much his style from what I remember. Like of anything and everything else he's drawn.
I gotta see that again then.
Yeah, I swear that one was so good, and I think it is because he knows that show really well, and he probably just like studied it a bit, right? Like, but the whole point is like all he's doing is making it kind of a parody, you know, like his characters in the roles and stuff, and whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Which is really awesome. I like it when he does that. Like the Gravity Falls one, that one was really good. Especially the fact that he got a lot of the framing and imagery right, and I feel like I definitely feel like the timing was very good. I just think one or two things were a little off about it. Like he sped up some footage to match the timing of the music, but he didn't but he kept other parts like playing at the same speed. Like he sped up some parts that just made it feel janky. If he just had the delivery, like, you know, match the speed he meant, like, to the music, then it would have been good. Or a lot better. It's already good. I think I showed you that intro he did once, Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Gravity Falls one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was good. That one's not animated, but it's definitely good. Like, what?
I'm just thinking, like, what if we play it more and see more funny expressions?
I could just go frame by frame, guys. Why isn't it? Oh, it's because I clicked off. Here, let's... Okay. This is so good. You know what? I know I could come back to this anytime, so I'm not really... He looks so concerned. Look at him. Look at him. He's so concerned. Oh, that's so funny. I don't know what frame we're at, so I can't really describe. I could screenshot like. Why is that part of his hand so clear? Like, what in his movement made that shot of his hand so clear, but this one super blurry, that one blurry, and then that one blurry? What? Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. I need to go back. So, watch Jake. Please. Blurry, 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 clear, blurry, 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 blurry hand, all the way. It's just somehow it's really clear on that one frame. Why? What in the world?
Okay, can we just play it normally now? I want.
No.
No, I want to hear the rest of his thoughts.
But I feel like, I don't know, he summed up the thing pretty well, and it's not like, I just feel like he's gonna say generic stuff.
Yeah, he's...
Aw, please.
Fine.
Animations and stuff. I mean, you see, like, people do animations for, like, Game
Whoops,
Grumps
sorry.
videos and stuff like that. It's kind
Oh my god, him mentioning Game Grumps is so surreal to me. Because I watch Game Grumps now very, very much more regularly than Nostalgia Critic. And I used to watch Nostalgia Critic all the time, right? Just like Yogg's cast. But sadly, their content, just like Doug's, kind of steered away from anything that was interesting. I think it's the delivery. Like, Yogg's cast was more like, they're just not playing the games I'm appealed to. Like, they're not playing any games I want them to see. I want to see them play. But they are playing games that they like to play. That's fine. I'll enjoy that. But Doug is like, his delivery has changed over the years. And also, it's like, I can see how clearly he doesn't understand everything he's talking about when it comes to the film or anything. You know, there are some films he talks about the, like, behind the scenes production and all that, right? Like, the production of the films, all that stuff, because he knows what happened on those productions. But the recent movies, he just talks about the content and then compares them to other films and brings in characters from those other films as characters of themselves, and it's very weird.
Did you ever watch that career dive Jim Carrey he did?
No, not yet.
Because
I was gonna watch that.
I heard he's gonna do more people.
What people would you look forward for of him doing that for? Ew.
I would wanna see, like, maybe Johnny Depp, because he needs some love.
Oh my god. What? I'm sorry. I just was like rubbing my knees, and then I realized, look at this. You see that? I have a bald patch on my knees. Like, you see how the rest is like, and then look at this. And it's on the other knee too. I have a bald patch of where I'm constantly on my knees at work. I'm getting knee pads, guys. I seriously am. Now that I see that, oh my god, I didn't mean to share any details that were gross, really. Now I'm uncomfortable with that part of the video, our recording here. But also, I kind of don't care, because that is just funny. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get distracted. Go ahead, Lily. Deep dive careers, yeah, on people's, on people's careers. Deep dive careers on people's... My knees are hairless. Oh my god. Jacob, you were real quiet on this. What's going on?
I don't know. I don't have much to say on Nostalgia Critic because I don't watch him much. Because
I haven't watched him in forever either. The same with the Super Carlin Brothers, but we have a lot to say on that.
because I have a lot to say on the Carlin Brothers because
and also
they're ridiculous. Doug is also ridiculous.
They milked a dead horse.
Oh
so
yeah,
much.
They milked a dead horse so much.
And
yes,
when that Channel Awesome controversy happened, like, to me it looked like there were people who wanted Doug to quit Channel Awesome.
How would he quit Channel Awesome?
But then there was other people saying, well, if he quits, he can't do Nostalgia Critic anymore because he doesn't own the character.
They're right. He does not own the character.
And also, this is how he makes money too.
They're right. It is how he makes money. Honestly, how much would what's his name? Is it Sean? Like Sean something? I forget.
It's Mike Machad, I think.
Oh,
is
there.
the
That's the
s-
part I'm thinking of. Mike
is-
Machad.
is the CEO or just their boss. Like
Yeah, the guy who owns the title Nostalgia Critic,
yeah.
right? Okay. Look. How much would he be willing to sell Nostalgia Critic? Because, dude, there are fans out there who are willing. Like, I bet you if one of us was like, "Hey, I'm gonna put in like 80% of the money towards this GoFundMe. If you guys will help me like raise this much to put towards the price of Nostalgia Critic," and then it's like to buy it, like from Mike Machad, you know, like there are people out there who would definitely do like support that, you know.
Mhm.
How much money does it make? Because there's so much money that goes into production, equipment, costumes, renting location. Like, how much money does it make that like he still feels it's a profitable enough, like, thing to keep keep going?
I have no idea.
Oh, 9. He reviewed 9. Oh no. I'm still free. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm freaked out by just discovering my knees. Take that out of context as you will, internet. I don't mind that. My hairless knees don't mind.
Oh, and looking at this, I want to ask: have you guys seen the Tom and Jerry movie?
You know what? I'm gonna make a joke about my knees right now. They're as bald as Doug makes himself.
No, Lily, we have not watched the Tom and Jerry movie.
The Tom and Jerry movie? No, we haven't out. Yeah, sorry. I hate that.
What?
I hate what he put on his face. Tom's ears and snout. Yeah.
I thought that was funny the first time I saw it.
From me like glancing over it, you know, like it just being a still picture like that, and I just was like, my eyes were kind of glazed over it. It looked like Tom with like one of his burnt, like, you know, he got shaved or something. So I thought it was that. So it was a little more normal to me. But now,
Looking at it.
knowing it's him, I'm like, what the fuck, Doug? What in the fuck? Strange Magic is another one that he reviewed recently. And it looks like it looks like
no,
it was
a lot of these aren't nostalgic for me.
Yeah, no, neither for me. What is this one? Oh, that's the Last Dragon movie recently came out or whatever. What's another one? Oh, there's a deep dive. Frozen. Wait, Frozen? Oh no.
What if
Oh, no.
Tarzan was Elsa and Anna's brother?
I thought that was confirmed. but
It
I
was
can't
confirmed at one point, and then the sequel obviously
debunk that.
Yeah, debunked that by the parents just accepting their fate and hugging each other, somehow conveniently not looking wet already in the bottom of the ship. You know? Do you know what I mean? You know what? It would have been way more epic and heartfelt if we saw her parents both in the middle of action. Like, on the ship, you know? Like, oh, the ship comes to life. There's a phantom ship, and the father's, like, leaning off of, like, one part and grabbing a string or like something, or reaching for something as he's, like, off of one part of the ship. And then the mother is, like, also holding a rope or something. And it would have been nice. And their hair is all matted and messed up and stuff, right? Like, and they're struggling to stay alive because that just tells me that they didn't even try. Like, them sitting at the in the bottom part of the ship,
Just kind of like hugging each other.
Yeah,
or
hugging
something
each
like
other,
that.
waiting to die. That what does that tell me? That tells me that they were
Weak.
yeah, exact yes. Honestly,
They were action. They were
I th-
action.
yeah, they
focused.
came. The whole point of the sequel is also to show that they were more adventurous than led on. You know, like than they let on.
I also
So what in the fuck? Like they were the rebellious ones, right? What else is here?
Steven Universe future and movie.
Where's that
Where
one?
did you see that?
It's near the mouse. I mean,
This one?
no, the bottom underneath.
Oh,
that.
there we go. Oh, damn. That's like a whole 25 minutes long. I didn't think he'd have that much to say. Yeah, you see what I last watched of him. Like these few things, and then the Mummy was that auto played for me. I hated that. I was like so pissed off. I was like, no, I'm not watching that. Like, you see, like that was not a choice. Like, but this is one of the last ones I watched, and wow, it was just before one that I probably would have hated. What is this one? What is that one? Hold on, let's zoom in. Hold on.
Disenchantment season 3. Is that the Netflix series?
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Disenchanted. He watched that stuff? I didn't think he watched that. His hat makes him look like he has hair.
4. Jesus fuck.
Here's the thing. Can I just I wish I could hire Doug and his crew to do something else than the Nostalgia Critic. I want the Nostalgia Critic to die and we all be nostalgic for Nostalgia Critic. Because they have talents in other areas. Like I'd rather put Doug to something like a cameraman, because he clearly knows how to point and shoot things, right? Like he's better as a cameraman, honestly, than he is. Not to say he doesn't have any good things to say. Like if he wants to be a writer for something, then fine, yeah, let him be a writer. But I want him to do something else beyond this character. This character feels like it feels like maybe milking it a bit, but I don't want to be that mean. Like, because milking it feels like he knows it's like kind of dead at this point, but it's clearly not. It's making him like he has steady views. Look,
Like 59K.
yeah, 94K, 193, 42K,
It's
yeah,
like 225.
yeah. And his latest one has 57K. Yeah, see, like average. And obviously, the Terminator. That was my phone vibrating. Sorry, Jake, if that surprised you.
No problem.
I just have it on vibrate. But no, like I don't know. Doug is an interesting subject. You know what? There's a lot of things I agree with Doug when it comes to certain movies, but there's a lot of movies I disagree with him a lot on. Like
What ones?
I can't think of any exactly off the top of my head, but I feel like one would be like the Polar Express, where I think like he like I remember him being kind of like, oh, CGI nightmare, like, and I'm thinking it's not that bad. It's like any video game cutscene. Honestly, it's like such a generic video. Even at the time, I thought it was a video game cutscene, like, or at least it looked like that, because those video game cutscenes got pretty cinematic. Like honestly,
Yeah.
so that's how I kind of felt about it, and it didn't really feel uncanny. But a lot of people are like the underbelly of the uncanny valley when it comes to the CG Tom Hanks, and I'm like,
No. Think
yeah.
about Reef and Reef.
yeah,
Jesus.
yes. Oh my god, that stuff is
Or
freaky
how about
looking.
Monster
I mean, that's
House?
stylized, but that's not. It's freaky looking, right?
And also the storyline is just pitiful.
Yeah.
Or what about
Wait, you
Monster
watched them?
House?
No, I haven't. I just see them there on Netflix, and every time I pass them, I'm just like, what?
Netflix, you just reminded me of something, Jake. But go ahead, Lily. What were you saying?
Or I was saying, like Monster House.
Monster House is another one I disagree with. It's like, I feel like he was, what did he criticize of that? He didn't really. He just kind of went through the movie. I don't remember him saying much of like negative shit, but I don't remember him being very like. I don't remember him being on either end of it. Like that's the thing is like I just remember him talking of the movie, not.
I thought it was on his list of top 11 Halloween guilty pleasures.
Oh yeah, like okay, for some
That's
reason
actually a really good movie.
it's really good. Here's the thing: they use obviously the mocap suits or whatever to do that film.
Like
Yeah, the movement, but they stylized it. That's the thing. It's like it's actually like to me it feels like a claymation film,
but
right?
It's like if
but it's
the
CG.
storyline it flows really good.
The other thing is it's definitely something that kids I feel like could imagine and talk about with each other, and adults obviously are gonna dismiss it. Like it feels like such a basic child wonder premise, right? Obviously with child
Haunted.
horror.
That
Haunted
movie
house.
always scared me. Did you know that?
Yeah, we knew that.
Dylan,
Put it on all the time. I think he liked it. I think it's
he ran away when it got too scary for him, and then he
he would come back, but he knew when it would come back.
yeah, then he knew when
It's like he peaked, but it's like the Toons thing. Why didn't he do a Toons for that one? Like that one's a dark tune kind of thing. Like if he's doing like a half-hour pilot, he could do a full-length film about like come on. Also do a full review of Monster House, honestly, because I do remember him talking about it, but I don't remember him talking very much at length. He talked of the film, but he didn't say much of negative things, honestly. But that's what's good. Like I guess I don't know if I would say it's a guilty pleasure. I would definitely say it's just a good film. The delivery and everything. Honestly, the only actor I recognized being from other things was the whoever, gosh, the guy in the like the pizza place or whatever they go to for information.
oh yeah, the pizza dude.
Yeah, the pizza dude.
Wait, was he Napoleon?
Yeah, he was Napoleon.
That's cool.
Yeah. I remember
there
even when
any
I was
other-
younger, I remember recognizing it, but I just couldn't, or at least that they were referencing it if it wasn't him.
Who else is in that film?
That's the thing. Is like they play their characters in parts so well. I don't recognize anybody.
I know.
That's what I mean. That's where it makes it a good film. It's like you get your actors to actually act. Not only that, but they could have had the movements. I know the dubbing or whatever could have been done by the kids, but the movement can be done by adults. So it's like, and all they have to do is like put the animation to whatever model they want, right? So it's kind of freaky seeing, like, I don't know, like thinking that full grown, like that's what Tom Hanks did. He even played the child apparently in Polar Express. The mocap suit. Isn't that weird?
Wait, and also
I'm just imagining Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Tom Hanks like
for-
moving around like,
for Monster House, even like the kids
are played like the movements are probably played by adults.
No, wait. I thought I saw behind the scenes.
That's why I said
photo,
probably. I'm not saying I'm a guaranteed source. I'm just saying the
oh,
I
movements
would
could.
love to see the behind the scenes.
Dude,
stuff.
I would love to. Too bad studios like that are not given really much of a chance anymore because those movies flopped like thunder.
They didn't do well.
Yeah, they did not do well. Monster House, I feel like probably did well, but it did not. The rest of the movies that came from the studios that did mocap suits for movies had a huge number of flops, and so it was just looked at as a money. It was looked at as a black hole in the film industry. Like, yeah, that's just a garbage bin. You're throwing your money at garbage, you know, like throwing it into fire. It may warm you for the 5 seconds it burns, but it's gone. You know, it's like, okay, well, that was used up. That fucking sucks. You know?
I wonder What other games use?
Mocap.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
one of
know
the very
Last of Us uses it.
one of the very first games to use full motion mocap suits to animate sequences and everything was Metal Gear for some of the 3D games. Yeah, isn't that cool?
That sounds
I remember that.
Hey,
But that's
I,
some of the first. I don't know which one is the first.
I think this is these are the actors for the kids.
Okay, then there you go. Okay,
Oh, cool.
but are those kids?
Yeah,
They look like kids.
they look like kids.
Who knows? They could be midgets.
Let me look it.
My phone, like.
Her phone is my screen cracked, right? Like not my phone's screen, but like the other phone I have. Gosh, I sound rich right now. The other phone I have,
Yeah,
the
they-
screen cracked, but
they
it
look
works
really
10
young.
times better than Lily's fucking screen. Lily, why don't you upgrade? Break your phone on purpose and then just say to mom it was an accident and get a new phone.
Don't show her the recording.
I mean, this could be a suggestion, not necessarily a tutorial. that you know what? I hate videos that like say something like a tutorial, but really they're only suggestions. It's like, those 5-minute craft shits. It's like 5 things that'll change the way you do your life, and it's like, oh my fucking
5-minute
god,
crafts
these are all
need to-
suggestions. 5-minute crafts.
5-minute crafts need to end.
Yeah, well, yeah, they fucking.
They're not even like 5-minute crafts.
Yeah, there's something you got to do in like a whole hour, or you spend the whole day getting the resources to even do what you're like
Wanting to do for 5
yeah,
minutes.
Yeah. Is it that you'll be in? No. They're called 5-minute crafts because that's how long you'll be entertained by these crafts.
By the half hour, you're just frustrated.
You're like, why did I make this? It's in the way. God damn it. Or, damn it, I need that hanger. Why did I turn it into a beautiful sink piece? It's like, what the fuck? Why'd you do that?
It's like, I would love to be on my laptop, but I turned it into this amazing thing.
I turned it into a picture frame.
I turned it into flip flops.
You ever tired of your phone being able to display more than one image at a time? Or where you go through it? Just punch a hole through that shit.
So, can we please watch the rest?
No, we're having a beautiful conversation. I don't want it to be ruined by Doug's voice. I'm kidding. Doug, if you're listening to this somehow, in some way, some fashion, some form, if you got to this point, I don't know how. What?
Yeah, he's hacking.
Oh, shit. He's hacking us. He's in the network. Shit. He's breaking down the Matrix. Neo, we need you. Neo.
The one.
Where's the word "the" in his name?
don't
Like
know.
for Neo, is it Neo something? And so
I honestly don't
it's just an acronym for one.
Yes.
It's interesting because he's not the remainder. He needs to be born in the system, which means he has to be made of code, not made of flesh.
So, was he made of code?
No. It was.
Some say that the
Yeah, it was the rogue agent, because he's the one. He was like, I want to break free, like, and shit, whispering into his ear. You know who I'm talking about.
Agent Smith, right?
Yes, Agent Smith was.
Wait, I thought he did get broken free. Or did he not?
He did for a minute, and then Neo, because he was plugged into the main thing that sent the reset code and stuff. Like, what you have to do. God damn it! I feel so stupid. I feel so stupid recapping this shit. What Neo's goal was, they needed to get his code willingly to the source, like to the place, so that way the Matrix resets and then the remainder number doesn't like exist anymore. Like it just goes through the sequence again, and this process has happened many times before, and it will happen again and again in the future. But it'll take a while to get to that point. So, in order for everything to get reset, they have to send it to the source, like the very like center or whatever. There's a code. You got to put that number into the system, like very center of it all.
So there's a core?
Yeah, there's a core. And that's where Neo went and or whatever. Right? And he got plugged in there, so that way when Agent Smith believed he defeated them, like believed he took over his brain and body and everything like he did with everyone else, he actually got his code sent into the core, and then because he's the remainder of like the code, he sent his code in, and then everything reset.
And is the Matrix no more? I'm very confused.
No. It just reset.
Reset.
So there's an alliance between the machines and the people now.
So there is an alliance.
Yeah, it's more of an alliance than it is like the machines were defeated, because the Matrix still exists as a machine, and yet now the robots are like, okay, looks like we just gotta work together now, you know.
Now what?
That's it.
Now the humans...
Now there's surface dwellers again, and
now
everything.
there are just people in the Matrix?
Yeah, who probably get pulled out from time to time. But now there's more, like, I believe there's more of a choice. I don't know. There's not really what are those things called?
What?
There's a prologue. What's the one that's like after a story? Epilogue. There's not really an epilogue for the Matrix.
No, there isn't.
I would love an epilogue for the Matrix.
Yeah, I would love an epilogue. Like, because I'm still very confused on the relationship.
Lily's just giving me this look.
Why are you so keen on
Lily, if I
watching
give
it?
you a cookie, will you start talking? Yap your mouth?
No, yes.
Oh my god.
Why are you so keen on watching it?
Fine. Well, Lily, the whole point of the podcast is it's our voices, and I thought because we're starting to talk in the middle of it, and I feel like, I either want to save the whole conversation for after we watch it, or if we're gonna talk, I want to capture it, right? Like, so that's kind of the. But I have to edit out everything that's Doug's if I do this. If I play it in the middle. Whatever,
why?
fine.
Is it like copyright?
I don't know if he's gonna play music or something. It's most likely he's not. It sounds like he's not.
No, because it's his video, like
It just sounds like his voice.
It's just his voice. Whatever, fine, whatever. There are people who do reactions to him, and he doesn't really take it down. So you know what? Fine. But I don't want to be a reaction channel for fucking Doug. That's the thing. I want to talk about other things, like
okay, but I just
like the Matrix and how I have to recap it to Jacob.
Because I didn't watch the very end one.
The whole trilogy.
Yeah,
I
I
have. It's fucking awesome. Oh, I think the
But
Matrix.
what?
Sorry. I wanted to say the Matrix is
Okay.
on. The whole trilogy is on HBO Max.
Okay, cool.
So we can watch it there.
Cool. What, Lily?
Go ahead. Shut your face and talk.
I've been obsessed with Has-Been lately.
I see
I
that
know
with
that,
your
but
new
why are you,
character and everything. Lily, do you know I watched?
He said that he liked it. What else do we need to hear?
Yeah. What else do we need to hear?
He likes the animation. He likes the...
It's something on DVR, which he obviously goes on a lot.
So, there. we got his...
He looks for anthroplanes.
What?
Anthroplanes, Jake.
I'm not...
Think about it. Okay, think about it. Anthropomorphic.
Yes, I understand that.
Automobiles and planes. Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Why?
I look, dude. You asked Doug. I don't know. He's clearly the audience for it.
Okay.
Okay.
So he's
Okay, here's the question.
So he's a fan of
You know what? Here's a
cars?
question with Doug as the topic. Is he a furry?
What?
Is he a furry? He
I
has
don't know.
dressed up and done weird things. I think he's I think he's
Well-
definitely a furry.
Well, in the past, he's it seems like he thinks well, he doesn't say it like this, but whenever he talked about furries, he acted like they were something that was weird.
Well, I think he's thinking too much about the sexualization, the eroticness
But-
of that.
But
Yeah.
even with that, you think he could still be one?
Yes.
Yeah.
People can look the other. They say turn the other cheek.
Yeah.
You don't want to look at it. Turn the other way.
Oh, and
Turn the tail.
well, actually, I've been wanting to draw like
Doug-
nostalgia
oh.
kitty,
Oh my. What?
like Doug. I mean, Doug
excuse
as
yeah, elaborate on this,
I
please.
wanna draw Doug. I mean, Doug's character, nostalgia critic, as a cat.
Go ahead, Lily. I'm all for it. I need to get Lily a microphone of her own.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can they
it's-
hear me?
they can hear you. It's definitely capturing you. It's just you're gonna be real quiet, is all I bet.
And like, I was actually thinking of doing, not just doing that to his character, but making the rest of the crew some sort of animal, like Cinema Snob would, I think, as a bird, Linkara as a mouse.
I would think Film Brain would be a mouse.
Really?
I don't know. What would
Like-
he be?
I don't know, but I just thought Linkara as a mouse. So like, you know how he says, "I am a man." I could put "I am a mouse."
Now fight with me, men. Are we men or mice? We're mice. And so we fight. Oh, that'd be great. Yeah. Look, Lily. Nostalgia Kitty. Nostalgia Cat.
Like, why did you first laugh at like when I said
Nostalgia Kitty, because
Yeah.
that I just didn't expect it. That's the best part about comedy is it's something you just don't see coming.
Yeah.
It's like that guy who just didn't see the stop sign, and everything. No, but seriously, I just didn't expect
And-
that. You like because I'm talking about like I'm just proposing a ridiculous question, and
It was
suddenly
like Willow,
you bring up yeah. Go ahead.
It was
Example.
like Willow saying, "Here's your cookies, and then I'll take care of the cake."
Yeah.
It's like
You just don't expect it. Exactly. You just don't expect it. You seriously.
Did she really say that?
Yes.
Yeah, I summed
She-
it up really quick, but she was like,
This is your piece and this is your piece.
she picked up the 2 containers of cookies, and then was like, she handed it to Sarah, and then to me, and then she looked at the cake, and then she was like, and I'll take care of this. And then me and Sarah just burst.
Oh, and then she got
Wow.
so embarrassed.
And then she went like that, like a bomb went off. And I thought it was so cute.
Damn.
Well, and I also just thought since Doug has 2 cats, and
Oh.
also
Should you draw them as humans? What the hell would they look like?
no, I was thinking they would be his children.
That'd be weird, but I mean, it's your drawing. Like,
And-
I'm not gonna stop you.
And also, one time I think he was asked, what if he
Oh.
could have a
Fursona. Loaf.
Yeah, cuddle loaf.
Wow.
Uh,
We're showing around
Cuddle.
a picture that Sarah took of
Of my
our
cat.
cats as loaves next to
But-
bread.
But like one time, I think Doug was asked if you could have a sidekick, what would they be? And he answered, I think I would have a nostalgia kitty.
I thought he would want a nostalgic chick. Yeah, that didn't work out, did it? Look, actually, he owns the rights to that one, right?
What?
Nostalgia chick.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, dude, I would totally, if he went full production on a like animated nostalgia chick show.
Voiced by a man.
Like,
Listen, it's a new age, okay?
like,
He'd do that gun animation he always does where like people bring out guns from behind the camera, like from the camera's point of view, like they're shooting at Doug, or like they're encompassing the frame or whatever he does, like, you know, or they're no longer doing that, they're just shooting from off camera and it's just bullet and like flashes and shit and bullet holes appear places and it's like, listen,
Like-
guys, listen, I could be a woman.
Like, whenever I watched Lindsay as Nostalgia Chick,
It felt uncomfortable, honestly.
well, yeah, and also she acts nothing like Doug's character, and I watched like Mars Girl's audition for Nostalgia Chick, and she seemed like she was trying to act more like just like the nostalgia critic in that video.
Oh, that's unfortunate. He should have really picked someone who was willing to be more like his character. Because that was kind of the point, right? It's just him, but as a girl.
Yeah.
That's the point, right? And he goes, what's the point of that? What's the point of that? What in the world? Why'd they do that? Now it reminds me of this thing. Well, now they're going to start saying this joke because it's this actor's from that movie. Like, that's what he does, right? I can't think of a good example of one of those jokes, but, like, that's kind of how he acts now, right?
But
like,
Lindsay actually put a little bit more effort into the appearance with the bow tie and the glasses.
I think he should have gone behavior rather than look.
Yeah, but
This-
that's what I'm like. But I'm just trying to say that's the one thing that I think Lindsay did right.
But
Like-
he could have thought of that. He could have taken that from. He could have even credited her of like, oh, hey, like I like that bow tie, like that idea. If you don't mind, like me, kind of like adapting that to something of the character, like because he can provide the props of like the look or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, like that seems arbitrary. Like, oh, the look. I don't know. The look doesn't matter as much as like the behavior, right? And her content is obviously so much different. And I am very glad that it's very different. It's so much its own thing. What are you writing there, Jake?
Well, I'm writing the rest of the themes down for Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, okay. Jake. Last time Lily was over and I got the chance. I asked you, Lily, hey, how would you feel about designing me a female villain?
Oh yeah, I forgot to do that.
Whatever, do it now. Come on. Chop chop. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
don't really have anything to add about Nostalgia Critic, so that's why.
Yeah, you're just kind of going quiet.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
You know what?
let's-
Here's one thing that we all love in this room.
Soda.
Lily, let's not take in the obvious answers. It's obviously Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Can I have a cookie?
Oh my god. Yeah, sure. After I eat all of them.
What? No, give me 2.
Oh my god, that was great. That Oh, I'm so glad we did this. Even if I mentioned my nostalgia critic niece, it's so dumb. I gotta shut up about
Another
that.
one.
Who are you? Fuck it. Who did that song, Jake? Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one.
What was that guy's name?
Another one. What? Yeah, I don't remember. I asked you. What?
DJ Khaled?
Oh my god, yes, it is DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled! All the best rappers say their own name. As Jason Derulo. Like, no one could copyright his shit. Or no one could take his shit. He would copyright it immediately. As soon as they hear the Jason Derulo, like, fucking, it'll be great. Why do they do that? It's like as if Jay-Z went, Jay-Z! If it's to announce, like, okay, if it's to announce, like, a collaboration, like, y'all, we got the best rappers in the house, y'all. We got the Fresh Prince. Yo, holla. We got Jay-Z. We got Jason Derulo. That shit, and then DJ Khaled. And yours truly, the Panda Express. That'd be so stupid. That would be the best rapping crew. I don't know any other setup. That'd be amazing. As amazing.
Okay, let's talk about something controversial now.
No.
Like why radio dust is not a good ship.
What the hell is radio dust?
That's the ship between Alistair and Angel Dust.
Oh. What's her real name? I mean, his real name. Whatever.
Oh,
what is Angel?
I think it's Anthony.
Okay, so let's combine. Okay, because Alistair is obviously his real name.
Yeah.
So let's combine Anthony and Alistair. Anthester. I like how we both just make eye contact and say exactly the same thing. Anthester. Yeah, Anthester. I don't know. I like them as a couple. I know Angel Dust and Butch or whatever are more confirmed, I guess.
It's Husk, the
Oh.
cat's name. I mean, well,
Butch
yeah,
is not a bad name for him. Come on. Here's the thing. I remember his voice, and it reminds me so much of, like, a Butch.
How dare you?
What? Butch?
You mean Butch Hartman?
No! That's not at all who I was thinking of, like, Butch the Butcher or something, you know? Like, not, like, who smokes all the time, but, like, has a good heart, and he's like, what can I do you, sweetie? What you meet today? Careful, I'll pound your ribs. You know, like, that shit.
And I once heard someone say, Husk is the 18 plus Grunkle Stan we all needed.
I don't know about that. I haven't seen much else of his character. So far, he's just an alcoholic and a gambler.
And a Sundana.
Oh, a sin that I... What do you want? A cookie?
Yeah, totally.
I'm just
I
the...
mean,
I'm just the cookie. You know what's funny? Why is the Cookie Monster? Is it because you are what you eat? like, is he made of cookies? Is he just gathering his brother in? That's my ADD talking. But anyways,
But I wanted to ask, like, oh, so you like Alistair and Angel as a couple, but what
I
about?
don't mind it as like a three-way. A three-way. Of course, no one would mind it as a three-way, but I wouldn't mind it as a love triangle thing, like where like he's kind of flirty with her, or like with Angel Dust or whatever, right? Or and he's like just trying to have the best. He's just trying to make the best out of like the situation with all his resources to make the hotel kind of work, right? Like watch it kind of burn down to the ground with the best conditions it gets, right?
Yeah.
And yet he is like going to indulge or entice Anthony Angel Dust's kind of like desires or like impulses and shit. I don't know. And Husk is just gonna be there in general. Like Husk is gonna be the shell that Angel Dust is gonna crack.
Yeah, like, and I know that they said Alistair is asexual, but
But that doesn't mean you can't be romantic with people.
Yeah, but I think they also said they're gonna keep his romantic orientation ambiguous.
Okay, there you go. It sounds like people have something to look forward to.
But I just kind of think if I was gonna ship Alistair with anyone, like, I think him and Charlie would be cute together.
But she's already in a relationship.
I know, but her and Vaggie are cute together too. I just don't.
I want the explanation of why she has an X for an I.
Maybe she was shot there, and that's how she died.
So you keep the wounds that like caused you to die while you go to hell?
I don't know, but I was also gonna say, it's just that I just wouldn't ship Alistair with another guy. Like,
All right. So I don't know. Angel Dust is that how like Angel Dust identifies as like a guy?
yeah,
Oh, okay. Then okay, whatever. So he considers himself gay?
yeah.
Okay. Would he consider himself a crossdresser? Cuz that seems to be
Yeah, I think he's like,
he's that twink type, right? Like
I think it's been said that he is a drag queen.
there you go. Okay. I guess I was confused. I thought it was more of like a transgender kind of like bendy, like I don't know, maybe gender fluent, I would think. But I guess he's just a pure like okay, if he just identifies as a guy, then that's fine. I guess I didn't know as much as I thought about the character.
But I think Nifty mistook him for a girl, because she said, why are you all women?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's exactly what he's trying to portray, right? Like being a girl. Because that's what a drag, or a drag queen is trying to do, like present themselves best as like of a woman, or like the feminine beauty that we all like strive to find in a female, like or something, right? I don't know. Like I guess that's a generous way to describe drag queens. I should just say like the best way to depict themselves as a woman. Damn, dude, you are going hardcore right in here. Just silently, I hear, like, I bet you in this recording, I'm just going to hear flopping paper. gently in the whisk of the background.
Also, when they said husk is a tsundere, I assumed they mean like for angel dust.
I don't know if you're a tsundere exactly for one person. It's more
Well,
it's more like just an action or a
Or-
character like behavioral thing.
okay, then I thought they were referring to like how he like how he would act when Angel Dust flirts with him.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. How soon do you think Mom's gonna call and be like, when are you getting back?
Probably around 9.
Yeah,
It's
I feel that.
It's almost 9.
So like about 3 or like. 10
Not to say I'm
minutes.
getting bored again, Willie. I'm just saying I feel a movement in the universe, right, Jake? I just feel something coming. I just feel something coming on. I don't know. I don't mind whoever Anthony Angel Dust ends up with. I definitely don't mind if it's either Alistair or Husk. I almost said Butch again. You know what? Had me and you talked about the last controversy I think Butch had, right? Jake, where he was tracing
Yeah, I didn't know that.
other people's commission work.
I didn't know that's what he was getting in trouble for.
Yeah.
I thought it was just because of bad artwork.
Oh no, it's
Just
him.
in general.
It's him
Tracing.
just
Which is-
straight up tracing,
Which
and
is-
tracing other people's commission work, which they got paid for, and is out there to be, promoting their art. And it's like, well, you know what? At least you gave Butch, you gave this person great publicity.
I thought you guys said tracing is not that bad.
Tracing, when it comes to that level of like, he's acting like this is purely from his understanding and like the reference he's looking at and stuff, right? But he's straight up tracing. This is the part that makes it bad. Like, I wouldn't mind if it was something that was done by the professional team, something that was a part of the show or something of whatever character he was tracing, to get the pose. But because that's just out there. That was for people's entertainment, and that's done and dealt with, right? But the part that makes it bad is it was someone else's work completely, like someone else on the internet's work that he traced for the pose and composition and size of the piece, and everything.
Almost line for line.
Yeah, basically line for line. And the other part is, he is making like that person's work. He's ripping off his fans essentially. Like, he's putting in no effort to a $200 commission. You're asking your childhood creator, oh, can you? I'm gonna give you $200. Can you draw me Mike Wazowski jumping rope with the likes of Yogi Bear? And he would find someone else's work who had already done it and do it, like trace it. That's what he's getting in trouble for. Like, he wouldn't make it really from his own mind of his style. He would just straight up trace the shit out of it, and that's $200. You know what? It's especially anime characters. I'm gonna say.
Should we pull
Up the examples?
like maybe a example?
Yeah, we could do that. Here, let's go to my Twitter. I swear, there's got to be a good example there.
To search Butch controversy.
I could just do, like, here. Let's go to my notifications. Okay, go to the notifications and anything? Nope, that's just mentioning me and things related to me. So let's go to these. Okay, so somewhere down the line, Aaron had made a tweet, of the whole situation regarding it. So I'm gonna find that somewhere.
Aaron from.
Oh, sorry, Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps. Oh yeah, this like you've seen this, right? Like the animation of that. I need to show you it, Jake.
Hey.
But that character's really getting a lot of attention right
Which
now. Oh my
one's-
god, I missed that one. How did I miss that? Whatever.
Hey, which one's the handsome one?
What? Take a guess. What, out of Game Grumps?
Yeah.
They're both handsome. They're both tall, handsome, beautiful.
Oh wait, it's
bustling men.
It's Danny. I'm thinking of.
Sure, if that's your opinion, you can have that. There's plenty of people who think, whoops, Aaron is pretty handsome.
Oh, like remember that one time I asked,
Oh man, I missed that. That sucks.
remember that time I asked, is Markiplier single?
I said,
You're-
not anymore.
And then there was some other guy who was not as like, who was pretty average looking.
Are you dissing my boy Ethan? You're
yeah,
dissing
it's
my
that,
boy
like,
Ethan?
I then asked, is he single?
I
and-
said no. And
and
you
then-
said, really?
Well, no, I said, I don't care as much.
Holy shit, Lily. Like, you're...
And then you said, that's mean.
That is mean. It
But-
is mean. Oh,
But
there it
Mark
is.
so.
I'll show you that later, Jake. That's...
Mark is so much cuter, and he's muscular, and
Yeah, I'm not denying, like, those facts. But honestly, Lily, you gotta be a little more kind to Ethan.
he's average looking.
At least you're not saying he's ugly.
Average.
Is this Aaron? Yes, please. Okay, let's just go to his thing. And
Average skinny white boy. Sean.
average skinny white boy, yeah. And I mean, he's pretty fit. He's way more fit than I am. Like, I'm not gonna. Oh my god, where is it? Oh no. Okay, hold on. It's somewhere in here. I swear, Jake. I need to find it. Where people. Yeah, we may have to look up Butch Hartman because. Oh god. There's so much to do with Shuffle Master here. Aaron, why? And not you, Uncle Aaron. Just Aaron Hansen. Why are you... No, get off of this. Get off of this. High quality res image. God damn it.
How old is he?
Huh? He's in his mid-30s. Why? Why?
I don't know.
You think he's handsome, right?
No, the other guy's better looking.
Lily, he's older than Aaron.
Danny?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Like even Jacob knows. God damn it, where is it? It's been such a long time, I guess, since it happened in internet time.
Aaron, internet time.
Yeah, Aaron, internet time, apparently. Oh god, I almost thought that. It's
Because-
like in a quote tweet. He like quote tweeted it or something. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please. Please.
Magic.
Please. Well, yeah, he's doing a channel now on his own called Shuffle Master as well. So, like, not only with Game Grumps is he doing that and Grump out, but he's doing Shuffle Master. Oh, no, that's not it. Oh my god. Please. 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 Oh, damn it. It's just a quote tweet of something. And it,
Hey, what if I message Mark on Instagram saying, "Hey, moist daddy"?
oh my god, he'd block you immediately if you even find the right account.
What? Why would he block me?
For saying, hey there, moist daddy. you serious? Why can't I find this?
Fine. How about Wet Father?
Wet father. It's not any better. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? Let's just look on YouTube for it, because honestly, I'm losing track. Let's just look up Butch. Oop, hard. Hartman. SCP. He drew SCPs?
What's that?
We were just talking about SCPs.
What's that?
They're like creepypasta story things that are all this giant one story thing. It's from a website.
Oh.
SCP is a website. I'm just gonna say that. Anyways, Butch Hartman. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I should have put commissions. Yeah. Commissions right there. Down. Rant. Oh yeah, there's tons of rants about him. Or is it his rant?
What would he rant about?
There we go. There it is. Look at that. Okay, hold on. He's like, oh, god damn it. I gotta watch it. Fine, you guys watch it as I go take a piss.
Hello again, everybody. It has been
You're
a
still
while,
recording or
but I
something?
think I'm
Yeah.
finally ready to start making videos
Oh,
again,
no,
albeit
crap.
maybe not
It's
as
not how I do
regularly. Sorry, I just kind of like did it for a month, but I was really starting to get burnt out, and I desperately needed a break. So apologies if this video is a bit unorganized. I have gotten a little rusty during my time away, but I am, I have more content planned. This is just a warm-up video. I'm going to at least make a few, maybe like 2 or 3 videos, and then I'll see what happens from there. But anyways, my future plans aside, in case you didn't know who Butch Hartman is, he's the guy that
My dick's falling out.
Fantastic Beasts, a bunch of other shows, you probably
Yay!
Shut the fuck up.
show that I absolutely loved as a kid, and it's really unfortunate to see the path that he's taken, aka
The pets can use it as a chew toy.
Lackluster commissions.
Promising his fans a streaming platform that raised like $300,000 but never actually came to fruition, and it turned out to be like this weird uber Christian site or whatever. Saying that the current voice actor of Timmy Turner somehow had something to do with the unfortunate passing of the original voice actor, being extremely egocentric overall, and adding canon M. Prague into a kid's cartoon. I don't know if you guys remember that episode
Oh,
of What? When
oh.
Dog Parents. Because apparently, I don't know, men are the ones that carried children in the fairy world, which was just that. Why did he decide to add that in? That is such an odd thing. Just like, oh yeah, this is going to be a canon part of the lore now. I don't know. That happened, and it was really weird if you ask me. But anyways, most of the stuff I listed is kind of old news, which is why I want the main focus of this video to be his overpriced commissions, specifically the one that he just kind of straight up copied from another artist, as well as, the kind of poor quality in general.
Yeah,
Speaking
poor
of
quality
commissions, if you
in
wanna
general.
Get one from somebody who isn't like an absolute maniac for 1/10 of the price, I'm your guy. I have my commissions open. The most expensive one is $20, and like the least expensive one is like $1. So obviously,
What?
I
$1
have
commission?
really good
You're really setting
prices
yourself
as
short,
well.
girl.
And
Shut the
most of
fuck
them
up.
I actually
No.
pretty
If
original
this
with
is
my
your
own
art
work,
right
straight
here,
from the mother
if this,
artist.
hold on. If this avatar is her art right here, you're selling yourself real short with fucking $20 and as low as $1. What in the world are you? What?
What is for $1?
Probably sketch lines. Like just the outlines or the figure or maybe even the composition. Maybe the some people that's all they want. Kind of like a building block of the figure or the design.
Alright.
That's kind of like what people go off of sometimes. And that's fine. That's what people sometimes commission for it, and that's fine. But a fucking $1? No.
Jesus.
Don't sell yourself that. Steven Silver would say you have an audience out there, but don't sell yourself short. Jesus. Oh my God. I'm shocked. I don't want someone selling their. That's. Ugh.
Alright,
Anyways. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Damn it. This is the one problem having wheels on your goddamn seats. Okay. I feel like grandma right now. I have to pull myself forward. They got you, didn't it? Alright.
The long intro out of the way, let's actually get into the good bits.
Yeah, the nitty gritty of this shit. I do love that sequence. It could
So,
run
the
forever.
department is kind of infamous for having pretty expensive commissions, which at first glance is kind of understandable, seeing as he's a pretty well-known guy. He's worked on some pretty big projects and shows, and so you think his art must be really good. But then you look at it, and it looks like this, and this one as well. Not all of these, again, are commissions, but it's hard to believe that this came from the hand of the guy who made the Fairly Odd Parents and Danny Phantom. I'm sorry, but the neon pastel backgrounds, the over blurred backgrounds with the random dots, the yellow shading, her fucking mouth. I can understand stylistic choices, but there's also such a thing as disliking a stylistic choice, which is what I am currently experiencing looking at this image. I mean, like, I looked at this and I had to think for a solid second, where the fuck is her mouth, before realizing that it was literally under her right eye. I mean, I'm currently kind of struggling with facial portraits myself, but goddamn. And mind you, I'm not just saying this because, oh, he's big bad and I want to punch up at him. I'm saying this because if you're like an industry professional, there's some level of quality that's expected from you. I'm not going to sit around and be like, oh, all artists that offer commissions must have absolutely perfect art. No, that's not what I'm saying. Because, you know, that's a ridiculous thing to say. But I'm just saying that if you've worked in the animation industry for as long as Butch has, I feel like this is kind of, it's not up to snuff if you ask me, but anyways. The older art aside, what caught the most attention recently was this commission, which was of Mikasa Ackerman. I'm not even sure if I pronounced that right. I'm sorry, I don't watch Attack on Titan, but yeah, here we have
Totally
another
good.
image by Twitter user 028ton, which was posted 2 years earlier and looks strikingly similar in both pose and composition, which is just kind of ridiculous.
That's exactly what I was saying. Like composition size of the image, like shit like that. Just
2 years ago.
yeah, thinking, oh, it's old news now. Like, there's no way they'll catch on, and of course they fucking caught on.
It's like, dude.
Because really, I generally don't believe in pose theft. I don't think in quote unquote steal a pose.
Yeah. I don't think the pose isn't what's stolen. It's the size and composition of, like, it is exactly traced. And here's the thing: if it was a completely different character in that pose, tracing the pose or whatever, you know, to a T, or even in the outfit of the character, like if it's a different character
Then,
dressing up as that character,
then fine.
then yeah, then it as a character is referencing that as an image, you know. Then
And
that's
then you
different.
Can be like, oh, I used.
You're transforming the image in some way, but holy shit, is he not transforming it if he just traces it line for line and then
takes the character's design.
like exactly line for line tracing the fucking thing
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah, that's the
If it
part
was
where
like-
it's immoral.
Okay, if it was like Peach in that stance,
Yeah.
we wouldn't have.
Or if it's Peach in the character's outfit, like a costume party,
then we wouldn't be having this.
like in
conversation.
that stance, then yeah, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Exactly. If anything, I'd be kind of praising him, saying that's kind of revolutionary. I'm pausing on accident.
The actual character being drawn, but looking at a side-by-side comparison of the two pictures, it's like literally the exact same pose and angle, and it's also the same character, which makes it worse because it's so obvious that this guy just looked up Mikasa Ackerman and decided, fuck it, I'm gonna copy this shit. I mean, seriously, Butch, this image is the fourth result. At least go to page 2 or something. Goddamn.
Yeah, no one goes to page 2.
He got inspired. It's not like he straight up traced it.
Except for
Could be
me,
that
when I'm
the
looking
kid
at
was
forest
really a
images.
Smaller, younger, not a professional creator. This guy is in his 50s, more than a grown-ass adult, and has worked on multiple TV shows and has been in the animation and art industry for years. So is it really too much of people to expect some kind of quality, especially if it's a piece that they're paying a rather exorbitant amount for? Is the bar really that low? I mean, oh heaven forbid, I expect a professional artist to have some originality in his work. Even if he couldn't think of a pose and had some like terrible art block or whatever, he was just so down bad he couldn't get inspired no matter what. There's such a thing as stock poses, or he could have just drawn her in like neutral pose, like sitting, leaning against the wall, standing, some generic sword pose, something that wasn't like straight up ripped from a different artist. Like whenever I'm hard pressed for a pose, I look at stock photos of poses, combine the two that I think would look good together, and you know, boom, semi-original pose that I usually tweak as I finish the piece. It really isn't that complicated, and I'm nowhere near a professional artist, I admit. My work still has a long way to go, like a long way to go, before I can consider myself a professional. But I know to not just like rip a piece and try to sell it. I mean, I have to reiterate that I would not be treating this the same way. But if Butch was like an up-and-coming commissions that aren't copied. Anyways, my general thoughts are that in terms of commissions, if people want to spend money on them, that's their choice. I personally wouldn't, but I feel like Butch should at least put some effort into making the piece original and not just straight up ripping it from somebody else. But anyways, on to the next segment. Now, I really hope that Butch
That's
doesn't
kinda-
still hold the views that he's displaying in these clips currently, but to my knowledge, I don't think he's ever addressed it, so I'll still be giving...
I'm kind of glad that she changed the hat because it was starting to bug me, the angle. Oh, God.
If you're an introvert, it's a very selfish thing to be.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it.
Self-centered. You don't want to get
Stop him. Shut him up.
I could communicate with these people. Well, I'm just an introvert. I'm just over here.
Oh my God, this fucking asshole.
Everybody else is comfortable when you're an introvert like that, because no one knows what you're thinking, no one knows how you're feeling, and no one knows what to communicate with you.
Damn, Johnny,
We're
sorry,
not
I have
robots.
social anxiety. My bad, I was being really
Also, having social anxiety is different
I don't know who...
than being introvert or extroverted. Like, it's just describing where you get your energy from, your motivation. Like,
Introverts, when they are around with people that they're the most comfortable with, they are the most outgoing people.
you could be a very social introvert, like where you just have a time limit, like to how much, like, or the more you interact with people, the more tired you're gonna get. But you want to keep interacting with those people because it's not like you're not hyped to do what they want to do. It's just you're running low on energy,
Yeah.
and then being by yourself helps you regain that energy, or like your
That's kind of like how I am.
That's how I kind of. That's how I kind of am since work and stuff. Like I've had to have my time limit of having to be the extrovert of being customer service level, and then after work it's like I am just my levels are just drained.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I rely on people. So it's like, oh yeah, I'll like when I'm dead by myself, I am tired as fuck and I let the day kind of just zoom by me. If I'm all by myself, especially for a long enough time, like all day, it's zooming by. What about you, Lily? You're very much an introvert. I'm kind of out. I'm outnumbered here. Lily, what are you looking at?
You get more
Nothing.
energy from being by yourself, huh?
Right? Yes, no, maybe so.
Do you like recharging by yourself?
Yes, no, maybe so.
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
You don't know what to say. It's fine. It sounds like, because remember we talked about it before. It sounds like, because everything I remember you talking about, it sounds like you're an introvert, which is fine. You get energy by being by yourself. That's fine. And I get energy by being around people. I remember the last time I had a day all by myself. I fell asleep at around like I think 6, and then I woke up the next day for work. Yeah, that's how little I'm able to motivate myself sometimes. Like when I have something planned to do by myself, then I feel like I'm a little more prepared, like to actually put my energy and foot towards something. But when it comes to like, oh, I have literally nothing needed to do, and I have literally nothing to do, like, or if I have nothing that is really like, like getting that, pleasing me enough in the day. Like video games are a good example of actually something that does motivate me to play by myself or do by myself. Like Hollow Knight is definitely a game that it's kind of boring. Like by myself sometimes. That's why I put on. I guess that's why I watch stuff a lot. Is like it's just like someone else is in the room, and all I'm doing is listening to them. Like they're talking about like some movie that they loved or hate or whatever, and I'm like, Yeah. Or I'll do that at times. I'll talk aloud back to the video like, that's fucking crazy. What are you talking about? And then I'll let them continue. And then it's like I'm having a conversation. And now I'm only realizing how much I do that as I think about it right now.
I know, I do that a lot with the r/slash shit, like where it's like,
How could you even? Why did you keep talking to that woman? That crazy bitch.
that, and when he has his own opinions about some of the stuff, and like I agree or disagree, it's like,
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Lily, do you do any of that? Where you like sometimes pause a video because you're so baffled, or like not like baffled per se, but like you either disagree or have something to say to the matter of like whatever they just stated, that you're like, pause, I have to say this, even though you're clearly not listening. Your
No.
device, your computer. Listen, computer. I don't agree
No.
with that statement. I don't agree with that man at all.
No,
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
What?
I don't know if you know what that's
I'm
from.
trying
Lily.
to answer.
Oh,
No,
sorry, yeah.
I don't ever do that.
no,
She just sits there compliantly and
listens to the
I-
video.
listens
I-
to the whole
I
video.
do pause videos because I have a hard time sitting down for a long time.
Is that why I see you like every other minute while I'm talking, you bouncing all over the walls and half listening to me?
What?
I'm just joking, Lily. This is an audible thing. They're not seeing us, so they're only gonna hear our voices. So it's just a joke. Like, ha ha, visual joke. She's bouncing all over the walls. Jake, you know what would be great if you added to that joke going, I'm so glad you said something. She's been all over the place. She smacked me in the head earlier. I just haven't addressed it yet. I thought it was on accident, but really when I think about it, it felt intentional.
Too bad I don't have that wit.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of on a roll because I'm an extrovert here in the trio of us. Maybe that's why I'm on top in this. I'm just draining. My mouth being open is sucking the souls of your guys'.
Yeah,
that's how I'm just-
let's actually get rid of those two guys. Like
Yeah, the blondie and the brown. Those two men are ugly as fuck.
well, why does the top of my head look like a butt?
Huh?
Because
That's the way your hair parts.
yeah.
You not want your hair looking like that? Fine. Draw me how you want me to draw you. Fine. You know what?
I guess my hair does look like that.
What?
But,
No,
like-
I'll fix it. This is honestly a temporary because I wanna change it. There are some things like the line quality is not that great on this.
but in like would I look good with bangs? And I don't mean in a drawing. I mean in real life.
I think it could work. I think it could work, Lily.
Or what about me having curly hair?
You kind of do have wavy hair. You already have wavy hair.
For a long time, you acted like it was so straight.
Oh, that was because that was like in the middle of you hitting puberty, and you're like, okay, honestly, there was a time, especially when you just didn't wash your hair like thoroughly from your scalp like all the way down. Like you washed like the middle of it. Like it wasn't like the very top of your head. So it didn't like the oils from your head
And
like were very
also-
heavy,
Also,
Lily.
I realized.
So let me explain. I just wanted to
Okay.
explain. The oils from your hair were very heavy. That's what's happening to my hair right now. Is I have a lot of oil in my hair that is making my hair way down. But when I wash it, you see how like it does this like weird wavy thing when I dry it out and get rid of all the oils in my hair after a shower. that's what I mean. Is like all the
And-
oils from your hair, the top of your head that were just still there after, even after you showering or whatever, weighed your hair down to make it so straight. It didn't let it curve. It was too heavy. And that's what I mean. Now, like, you obviously wash it way better, or with something else that clearly washes it better.
Well,
And so it's a lot wavier now, honestly.
I realized that I was using too hot of water, so now I'm trying to
Yeah,
cool...
that's another thing, is maybe it was like drying out your scalp.
Yeah,
and-
now I'm trying to cool it down, but it's really hard during having cool showers during the winter
Well, now it's coming
season,
into spring, so you better shape up. Also, yeah, sometimes just doing a splash of cold water at the end helps.
And I'm also not using as much shampoo. Like, I realized I was squirting way too much in my hand.
that could also be a problem.
Like,
You know, a good measurement for how much you should use is
quarter.
it is yeah, like the like size of like coins. Like there's quarter, dime, all that stuff. Like different sizes of that.
Or
And
different lengths of
also for some people it is like feeling it out on your scalp. If you like squirt it on your scalp and you let it sit instead of like, because your hands are going to absorb it just as much as your hair would. So sometimes squirting in your hand and then putting it in your hair, your hand is absorbing like a lot of it itself. So if you like, that's what I have to do. I have to
And-
put it like on my scalp, or
And
else
I
really my
also-
hair gets nothing, and it sucks.
And I also heard that it's better to wash your hair once a week instead of every, like...
Well, yeah, because you have natural oils that help, like the health of your hair.
But I tried doing that, like, and it seemed like every 4 days after I washed it, it would get look greasy again.
Well, then maybe you just have to shower a little more often. It
And-
also
and
depends
when
on
I
your
told-
diet for some people. Like, I know for me, my hair gets very greasy very fast because of my diet. Like, I'm not the healthiest person in the world. I'll admit that. So it's like, yeah, my diet definitely affects how my hair looks. But because I know it's that, I still know it's healthy enough for me to wash like my, with soap, a little less
Well,
often than like every day.
I told Mom how I tried doing it once a week, but every 4 days it would look dirty again. She said, well, maybe you should instead do it every like 4 days.
Yeah, just do it a little more often then. And Lily, I honestly think
and
it's obviously doing something for you if you're like changing it up like that, because first off, yeah, I think I have noticed honestly
But I
since
still
you've been doing the
have-
cold water.
but I still have dry scalp.
Oh no,
um,
that's Yumi and Grandpa have what's it called? I have it too. Okay, like it's just
But I thought having the water colder and using a little less shampoo would help my dry scalp.
Oh, yeah, it will. It does help it, Lily. Like, trust me. Because I have it, and I have long hair, and I love my long hair, and I take care of it well, right? It definitely looks greasy, like, here and there. But like I said, that's my diet because of how fast my hair gets greasy.
And when I also told Mom how I
said
heard
that backwards, but everyone knows what I mean.
I heard someone say you should wash it once a week. She said, I can't imagine doing that.
But that's what I do, and Mom compliments my hair all the time.
And then I said, imagine doing it what if someone did it once a month?
Oh, that would be ridiculous. You'd start losing hair. You would seriously. I don't know if you'd start like. Not only would you start losing hair, but you would, if you don't like maintain it in some way, comb through it. You'll get what are they called? Dreadlocks. That's what because that's what they are, right? Like it's just your hair put up in bunches, and then like you just leave it. You just don't wash it. You don't undo it.
Like I thought when I thought that up, I was thinking that would be gross. That would feel gross. And also pimple city on your face.
Yeah, that's a good term for it. Yeah, Pimple City. Jake, you have your own style of washing your hair and everything, and I feel like you have definitely explored some products and stuff in the past, like Irish Spring and stuff like that. Uh, do you have any brands that you feel are pretty good? Lily, you have
What?
at least wipe it out of your mustache.
This
So
is my
stupid.
alcohol, bitch.
Okay.
That's true. Okay, sure. I call Sun Kisses my cigarette because it makes me feel so good after waiting
Oh, gross.
It makes me feel so good waiting all day to drink one, and then I drink one, and I'm like, oh, and I relax. I relax so much easier after one. Honestly, that's how it can feel sometimes. Anyways, Jake, what do you have any brands that like you recognize like helping you the most? Irish Spring seems to be one that you go back to, like having a bottle from time to time. But because the bottles are so big, it takes forever to use up one. I remember the last time you had to buy one was like over a year ago or something.
Yeah, I don't use that anymore.
I use it here and there.
I don't know what Sarah has, but I usually just use
Whatever she uses.
whatever she has now.
Yeah.
And Mom says how she thinks we should trim my hair.
Yeah,
And-
trimming is good.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't like.
Lily,
I
doing
want,
just the
Lily, did you
tips
know
of your
that
hair.
You can get like dead ends and it stops growing.
Oh, I wish like my hair was
I'm close to that
longer,
point. I'm gonna trim
so
the ends.
you should like get a trim and then you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna trim mine very soon. I think because mine are past my. How far is it past my shoulder?
Or like Mom
Here,
and
wait,
Dad,
wait.
or
I'm
Mom.
gonna relax my. I'm gonna relax my head, and Lily, point like to the very end of where my hair meets. Goddamn phone. Okay. Yeah, that's like the center of my back. That's like the midpoint of my upper back or whatever.
Or Mom and Dad act like
I need to trim it then, and it'll keep growing.
or they act like
so
they
I want it like down to
miss-
my fucking butt.
Or they act like they miss my short bob hair.
I don't know. It was kind of weird because you have a neck then, and I'm not used to you having like just a straight up neck. I think it would look good for you to have a ponytail or something.
I don't like ponytails.
I mean like a low ponytail. I don't mean like one that I do high in the air. I don't mean one that like is lifting, like lifted up like fucking
Yeah,
active
I
horse
still
there.
I still don't know about that. I feel like ponytails and also braids don't look cute on me.
It all depends on where it is. Like, because braids can, like, help frame a face. Like, if you start, like, there's a lot of people that do the braids just to a certain point on their head, like, to their ear, and then they, like, Princess Leia style kind of thing. So it all depends, Lily. Like, honestly, if you explore your hairstyles, I think it could work out. And it'll allow me to draw you in more varieties than just this dull, cartoonishly flat. That's another thing is I want to add shading in some way to this because now that I look at it, it looks so early PBS Kids days. I'm the one who drew it too, so that's what's funny about it to me is like I drew this shit. I think Jacob, you're the best. You're the best stylized. Honestly, Lily is just so generic. because I made her hair like majority of her head.
I'm gonna go up to Grandma and say, drink this in one sitting.
I drank this in 1 minute.
Hey, remember my joke of
Hey, Grandma, can you do a backflip?
Oh, can you do jumping jacks?
I don't know. Jumping jacks aren't as impressive as her backflip. Yeah, and me and Mom, or I looked up the world's oldest gymnast or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that
94.
how you stumbled upon Joe?
Joe.
Biden?
What the fuck?
Remember when we were
Yeah. Oh my god, yes. That is probably how I like, because I looked up oldest whatever, and now we got the world's oldest president. Is he the world's oldest? I mean, he's not the world's oldest living president, period. He's the world's oldest active president right now. But isn't, like, my god, who was the one that was president in the 80s? Because he's still alive, I thought. I can't remember. I don't know if it's the 80s. I know that's when Biden started his career or whatever, like back then. It's crazy, man.
George Bush.
I don't know. Look, I'm just taking a guess here. I'm not good with names. You're asking me? I'm the guy who loses the list of names. I go, Bob. They go, here. I say, sure, whatever. And then I go, Gerald. And then the same guy calls, here. And I go, sure, whatever. I wouldn't care because I don't know names. I can't go, you're not Gerald. I would just go, wait, are you Gerald or Bob? And it's like, you tell me. And it's like, well, shit. You can't tell who's missing now, can you? Now get them both in attendance. That's what would fucking happen if I was the one calling attendance. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know who is here and who isn't here. Jake, you're gonna fucking barf. What the fuck? You made such a look and like visceral reaction to that. Yeah, like that you leaned forward so hard. It made me think, like, you're gonna fucking barf, aren't you?
No. I put out Amber.
Oh shit, where was it?
It was just right in front of my foot where I stomped it.
Where I started the fire, officer.
I saw Amber. Where? You know, where I started it. It's like...
Hold up. Lily, it's already 9:40. Do you want to... I don't know if you want to wrap it up and stuff. I'm just mentioning the time. That's all.
Well, soon. I want to wrap it up.
Okay, cool. All right, well, continuing off of, like, the hair and stuff, like, I don't know. The drawing, I will improve it. I definitely think this setup, like this framework, you know, for the podcast logo, for when we're talking, is good. But I think for the thumbnails, I want to do the comic book cover thing, you know?
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, if you were a superhero, guys, what would you want your power to be? Maybe I could draw that. I always love teleportation. So if I have like portals, that
I want
that would be cool.
teleportation too, but I also want the
Bubble in the throat.
but I also want the ability to enchant like anyone.
Isn't that Wolverine's old girlfriend's power, where she touched anyone and she convinced them to do anything she said?
Yeah, persuaded them.
Yeah, it was the power of persuasion. Did you think that was original, Lily?
No.
Okay. You just gave a look like, oh, like you you didn't expect that. What was her name?
I can't remember.
I fucking can't remember either. I wish. You know what? I just realized this. She looked a lot like Jean from the movies.
She did. No
So,
wonder.
no wonder Wolverine was like in love with her. But you know, he got a Japanese wife, so
Apparently, Jean is a mind reader,
yeah.
and just thinking about how Scott and Jean's relationship worked really well in the comics.
She never really invaded his mind. She respected his mind space, I thought, right? Like, he also had to be real careful about his thoughts, but he also had to understand his thoughts were subconscious most times. Like, so it's like, oh man, that girl's ass. It reminds me. It's so
Jean.
good. It reminds me of Jean. Maybe that's him consciously always thinking like, everything leads back to Jean.
Hey,
That wolf
this
leads
is
back to Jean.
this is a stupid idea, but like, what if in Descendants, the Marvel characters have kids and they
Actually, Wolverine does have kids.
He does have kids, yes. But okay, well, let's not matter of fact, Lily. Let's go along with this hypothetical. Yeah. You mean now that they are part of the Disney shit, they are in the they are like, so, oh yeah, all of the world, Jake, remember, for Descendants to work, that means China, the US, like all these countries gave up their power in order for one kingdom to rule over everything. And that is right outside the island in which they placed everyone.
I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I don't see that happening either. But let's just roll with it. Since that's what Disney claims has happened in order for that stupid shit to exist, right? So
and also, it was the Beast from Beauty and the Beast ruling all of the land, like.
Yeah, all the world,
that means,
basically.
That means France took over the world.
Yeah.
Napoleon took over?
Holy shit. So, does the Queen exist in, like, the Queen of England? The mascot of London? Does she exist? Mulan exists, which means China existed, which also means the U.S. exists.
But also
Mulan's being a part of it is what really fucks everything over, because China and Mulan was a real, like, Mulan I thought was like of a real tale or something, or a legend that like was supposed to like motivate people, like the people and all that, right? I thought that's what fucking like, it was just a legend. It was just a legend that happened, which whatever, right? Like, but
what also
it being real mythology is just so weird. It being in this shit.
In the real mythology, she was so good as a general that the emperor offered one of his daughters, and then that's when she had to reveal that she was a woman.
Yeah. That's
but
a real interesting
all
ending.
the Disney movies take place in different time periods.
Yeah. Well, not really. Like, I guess I don't know.
Alternate.
Okay, wait. Is Moana
What?
part of Descendants now?
I don't know.
Yeah, they shouldn't have made Descendants.
Listen,
And
Descendants was a
actually-
book, which I feel like it worked that way because there's a lot of liberties you give to a book anyways.
Yeah, so
There's a lot of vulnerability that a book has that you like let them have the liberty of.
And also in the book, when me and Mom read it, there was this part where they are flipping through channels on the TV, and they see, they describe it as this. There was one show where they saw a talking dog. Another show where they saw two girls who looked just like Mal.
I thought the books were also called Isle of the Lost.
Yeah.
How did they have TV on the Isle of the Lost?
Well, I think in the book, Carlos managed to.
So they
Like-
have TV and all this technology. Also, the kingdom that uses magic in order to keep all the villains alive and on an island don't use magic when that's the sole thing that they are relying on for the evil of the world to not escape. Not buying it. I feel like, okay, magic should be like weed, where it is totally beneficial and has all these good properties to it, but it has a lot of bad propaganda around it. You know, like just a lot of people who hated it because they were jealous and everything, right? And then they were like, no, fuck magic, fuck marijuana. You know, like screw it.
But remember, at the end of the Descendants 3,
Oh my
they
God.
like.
Fucking
They-
cats. He's dressed like they dress in the fucking stage production of Cats. Ben dresses like a cat.
Oh,
It's
you
hard
mean- You mean
The
when he-
makeup, the disastrous scene.
No, I.
It's a beauty, Jake. It's a beauty with a beast.
But I was gonna say, at the end of that movie, remember how they decided to just take away that barrier on
And then
the
suddenly a
island?
rainbow bridge appears.
What the? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, dude, also, you had a thought. I was not trying to interrupt you too much. I was just trying to complete a joke.
No, it's cool. I was just saying it's hard to imagine what you're describing right now.
Yeah, you don't have any... Oh, my God.
I don't have any context.
Yeah, but I wanted to.
Me and Lily. Oh yeah, I remember we went and saw the Cats production, and then remember the movie
Yeah.
that we saw in theater,
Yes.
and then we went and saw this movie afterwards, and we said how this looks better than Cats. Ben's makeup looks how Cats should have looked.
Yeah, but when you saw Ben's look, you laughed at it.
I did, but it was because it was shocking. The greatest punchline to... I feel like I said that before. The greatest punchline to a joke is just not expecting it.
But I also wanted to say that, like, they took down the barrier from on the island at the end.
Yeah,
and, like,
because a ragtag bunch of like 5 kids seemed all right enough to let off of the island.
yeah, like, but isn't that's like a problem though, because like the kids on the island might not be bad, but like that doesn't mean like the villains, like the parents, are redeemed. So they just
Yeah, also, I want to question this. What size is Ursula?
I don't know.
Because she seemed like a giant with a giant, like, tentacle coming out, like, from the back of the store or whatever that they owned, that bar, that restaurant.
Yeah.
Does that mean they have people on the island holding up the duty of, like, food inspector or, like, you know, or health critic or whatever? What are they called? Health inspectors.
Oh, I think
I could
I
buy
think
separate.
I think they mentioned somewhere that all the scrap food from Oridon goes straight to the Isle of the Lost for.
Oh my
like,
God,
for-
that's horrible.
For like for like them to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sarah will drive her. It's okay. Fucking A. Anyways, yeah. Fuck. Okay. Lost my momentum here, but like, let's get back into it. Okay, so we're
Like, so
that's
yeah.
horrible. I don't like the idea that scraps are. That's terrible. Things that are poisoned could go there, and then like, what, kids are eating? Where does it get ported into? That's inhumane. That's as evil as like some of the acts.
Wait. I'm thinking about like like seeds and shit. They probably could grow food that way.
I mean, if the stuff that Oridon throws away has anything that has, reproducing seeds.
Tomatoes.
And
I'm thinking.
Also, I also think like that's gross too. Like, and also, could people get sick from that?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, they brought back people from the dead to put on that island, right?
Yeah.
Why in the world would they do
brought,
that?
They brought back Gaston, and
Gaston was just a misguided man, honestly. He was just an egotistical man. And the town was more or less on his side. So,
and
what,
also,
the whole town is in there?
And also, they also brought back the evil queen. Like, that's Evie's mom.
Evie and, what's his name?
Doug,
Yeah,
the son of Dopey.
Yes, they are the cutest couple. They are the cutest
Although,
couple. They
like,
it's awesome. They are cool.
Like, some people, like, I see ship her with Mal, though, and also say Evie is, like, in my head canon, a lesbian.
I hate that. Why does it gotta be, like, just pure lesbian or gay or whatever? Like, why has it gotta be just these hard thing? Like, why can't it be, like... The other thing is... Oh, my God. Just... I don't like that. That is terrible. Like, I'm not gonna stop them from thinking that way if that's the way they want to think. But, like, I really don't... I don't agree with that.
Like, just for some reason, I just like to go on... I like to search up LGBT Disney headcanons,
oh my God.
and like
Really?
to see what people like
Say and think.
and interpret characters as like and like
that
one
that
of
would
my-
exhaust me.
one of my favorites was
think I could handle
from Girl Meets World. They ship Sean and Corey together.
From Girl Meets World?
Well, Girl Meets World and Boy Meets World, I guess.
Yeah, I was
is
gonna
what
say
meant.
Sean and yeah, that I feel like that's longer existing than like than Girl Meets World. Oh shit, that surprised me.
Like it said, I remember it said they are headcanon. They are in a relationship, and Topanga knows about it, and she's supportive. And I'm like,
Yeah, the whole show I thought had jokes about them being in a relationship.
Sometimes, yeah.
yeah, but
yeah,
I
like
just,
it's like I swear they love each other more than me or something. Like and it was like actually at one point it was like them in college or something, and they were having a big deal about it, like where she was starting to feel a little left behind, like in their shenanigans or whatever. And then it got resolved because he was like, you know what? From now on, you'll be a part of the shenanigans. And it's like, oh, goody. And then she was like, I hope I don't regret this. Like, and it sounds like she hasn't. Because they have, what, 2 kids in Girl Meets World? Or whatever?
yeah.
Yeah, God, you know who was useless, like completely useless as characters, that I bet anyone and everyone will forget?
Who?
In Best Friends Whenever, there are twins. Lily's looking
Where?
puzzled. What do you mean, the redheaded twins?
Oh, right.
There you go. See, I knew it. You watched that show just as much as
Oh,
I did.
I thought you were gonna say the science guy and his best friend.
No.
And
They're essential. They're a part of what made the plot, but
I-
those twins mean nothing to the show.
I know, but like for some reason, and I remember in the past you
I-
said you didn't really like the characters.
Oh, I don't like their I don't like their chemistry. Oh shit. I don't like their chemistry. Like the way they bounce off each other. It's not the same as like a best friend relationship. Like I feel like the energy is not at all the same, and for some people that's what like makes a dynamic funny or fun to watch sometimes, you know, the shenanigans that each of their, you know, head-butting personalities have. But it's more or less their kids growing up together, and it should be like one, I don't know. I can't really remember their dynamic right now, but I remember that's how I felt about it, and we could look into it later. But honestly, I don't know. I still, from my memory, that's I think what I talked about is like I don't like how dramatically different they are. Like at least like I I don't know. I can't think of a good way to describe how I would want their personalities right now. So
Like, I think the
May-
science guy was like, I guess he was supposed to be like awkward, and the other
no, I
one-
understand that, Lily. I just mean I don't know how to describe how I would have wanted them.
Y-
So I
yeah,
can't really find the words for that. You know what? A good example of something that I do like. Okay, the science guy just was like kind of too serious in all of it. What I would want from him is to be a little more of a kid, like how Jimmy Neutron's a genius, but he does very childish things with his genius, right?
Like he builds a little brother.
Yeah, exactly. Or you know what? Johnny Test is another one where the girls are inventing things because they are able, and that's it. They're like, we built this plant that, like, we genetically modified this species of plant to be able to straight up eat any litter, like so, and then it like brings out teeth and munches down on the metal of a can that they like just drink a soda from, and then like they throw it in front of it, and it's like that's litter, it eats or something, and that would be impressive. But it's also a childish thought of like how to get rid of litter in the city, right? Like it's like, oh sure, that could make the streets look clean, but eventually when it doesn't know what is and isn't litter, like, right? Like a dog starting to pee on it. Oh, that's looking to be some pretty nice looking litter there, and then it munches off its nuts or something. I don't know. Like,
So there's the problem.
yeah. Like, see, it's like it sounds like a clever way to get rid of like a problem that is all across the world, right?
Yeah.
Solve a global crisis. But it's also a childish view on it, right? So I'd like it if the science guy was more like, I use my genius to invent the ultimate marshmallow gun or something, you know?
I could destroy the world, but why would I if I could invent this silly toy?
Yeah, exactly. I don't
Well,
know.
I think
he
he-
could just be a little more
he
like a
kinda-
kid.
He kind of had a goal though to like figure out how exactly the girls got the time traveling power so he can recreate it.
Yeah, well, okay, why doesn't he just ask them to go back in time
So
when they got the powers? Like the day they got the powers, right? Or yeah, figure out the day they got shot. So what they would do,
got shot.
yeah, they got shot by a gun that he made so he can recreate it.
Like,
That's the
the
point of his
gun-
research, is to try and recreate the gun that or the conditions of the gun in order for him to like that cause their powers. So there you go. But also the premise was, I love this part of the premise. It's like they go at some point in the future and they are strapped to a table and they need to get like, it's so high tension every time they do it. And they're like, you want to go to that date? And it's like, I don't know. We run the risk of not being able to come back every time we do. And it's like, yeah, I know. And it's like, so why do it? Because then we're not even going to know why we're there or how we got there, and or where we are if we're there. And it's like,
Do they know when
Kind of. They have like an estimated time frame. Like they keep going to it and like, and stuff.
If only
I
they
think-
knew what date.
Like, I think they just have to think of the memory, and like, and touch each other, and that's how they go there, to any time, like.
Any point in time, even
Yeah.
before they were born. But that runs the risk of them like just getting caught in the stream of the time.
Yeah,
and
like
they become a part of
I
the.
remember that one time I remember one time they went back to the 50s.
Yeah, and they were getting stuck, right? Like they started, or what time was that? Like they started losing their memories and stuff, and they were like becoming a part of the time, like where they were just like blending into society. Then I don't know, like
I can't remember.
I can't remember either, but I do remember that that part of the premise where there's like a point in time in the future that causes high tension, where they may not be able to come back to the present. You know, like it's like, oh my god, that's so freaky. The other thing is, how do they age? Every time they go back, they're the age that they were in the memory or whatever, right? That's why when they go back in any time they were born, they start to like fuse into the timeline and stuff. Like,
Yeah, like.
so I'm wondering, like when they're 50 years old, are they ever like gonna start? I would have loved it if they started acting like 50-year-olds, going, oh man, I remember this. And it's like, why are we acting like we're 50? We're young again. And it's like, you're right. We're on our deathbed next to each other. That's why we help. Or I'm on my deathbed, but you help me come back and live this moment again. It's like they have like such. Oh man, that's so weird. Like to think, but I would have loved it if that was a joke. Like suddenly one of them's like, "Oh, what are you doing? Escaping another day of death. That's what I'll tell you." Like, here's my question: how long can they stay in the past with their present, quote unquote, present mind? There's so much that could have been explored, and you know what? All that time that they wasted with those stupid redheaded twins, useless. I mean, I'm glad that whoever that actor was or actors were for the twins, I'm glad that they got work if they were funny enough to the people. But I want them to get like a serious role in the show because that premise is really good.
Yeah.
The other part, Jake, that made it high tension of like how they got into like government custody, or if it's government custody, is their dad. One of their dads works for. Oh yeah.
I've heard this part.
Yeah, and so my question is like, does he turn them in? Do they go in willingly, like to get tested, and then they just keep freaking out and going back in time or something? You know, like. They just don't know that they went there willingly, like, or something. And then suddenly they're breaking out, and it's like, why are you running away? Sweetie, you came here, in open arms. Like, why are you running away or something, you know? It's like, we're trying to help just understand it. We're not going to take it away from you or anything. And it's like, oh, well, whoops. You know, like, imagine that huge misunderstanding. I don't know. It brings a lot of... Now, here's the other question, actually. Could it possibly be... Like, obviously, it's an actual thing in their world. Like, where they are time traveling and they have, like, actual things that they could predict and everything. But could it also be theorized that it's just a mental thing? That somehow they are both, like, convincing each other that they did that thing, or they went back and all that stuff. Like... or something like that. Obviously, in their world, it's really happening. But like, I do question, like, is that could be something like interesting that happens. Oh yeah, the drawings. You want to show me more? Like, you showed me that first page, and then
No, I don't have any more other than like. Well, I just have this one.
Nice.
Too. But I don't know what else, like, to draw in here. Like.
What do you mean, just draw random shit? Like, I draw random shit all the time. I mean, look at that random shit. I'll fix the banner. I do like it. I want to do the thumbnail for the podcast though as the comic book. Oh yeah, that's something we didn't finish our thoughts on. Jake, what power would you want? Like,
I honestly don't know.
And when I showed Mom this, she was like, "Oh, why'd you write that abuse?" And I was
because
like,
that's the theme. Like, Mom just doesn't know that is the theme between those two characters.
Yeah. And this might be a little late to ask, because the full series isn't out yet. But do you have a favorite character?
I think Nifty is my favorite design and stuff. I love her design so much. I think it's because especially of her size and her energy. But I think a big part of why I like her is definitely her design. Like, her design is so cute.
Yeah.
It's so small, so cute.
And my favorite character is Angel Dust.
Angel Dust is definitely my favorite as a main character idea.
Yeah.
Charlie as a main character does not appeal to me.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, for some reason, I just feel like I've seen that type of character before. Like, she reminds me of Star from Star vs. the Forces of Evil for some reason. Do you get that too?
I do kind of get that, but I think it's because also she has stings on her cheeks.
Oh yeah, and also she's blonde.
Yeah, so they bring a lot of similarities from each other.
But do you
I think.
But do you also agree with me on, like, I feel like I've seen that type of character before?
Preppy,
like
very optimistic most of the time character.
Yeah, personality.
And then, sometimes has an attitude, but is not really all that tough. Like, I don't know. Star, I feel like, is a character who just is unintentionally morbid. Like, she's trying to be positive and and stuff, but she doesn't know she's being a horrifying mongrel. She just is doing her thing as her people does, and she thinks it's her being just a normal girl, but everyone else is like, holy shit, girl, you're throwing around axes and crap. Oh fuck.
But what I also mean by I've seen this type of character before is also someone who wants to help
everyone.
Yeah,
I have seen that many times before too.
Like Wander is that type of character.
Yeah,
too.
and Wander is a good successful character but he is more of a side character. Like, once you actually I feel like there's a lot of episodes, especially around the second half of the season or whatever, right? Of Wander, where it's mostly Hater. You notice that? Hater somehow becomes the main character.
Yeah. And actually him, Wander and Charlie both want to help bad guys.
Yeah.
Which I kind of think both of them are a bit crazy for that, because Wander wants to help Lord Dominator, a person who has tried to kill them and their friends, and I just think that in real life that's
it's just unrealistic. Yeah.
I
mean, yeah, I agree. But the thing is, that's also what makes it a challenge. Is everyone's saying, "Ha ha, that's impossible," and I feel it could work as a challenge or whatever, right? So, for someone to try and overcome or disprove or something, But that's their goal, and you give them a goal, and then you put obstacles in their way, and there's a natural obstacle of like it's kind of unrealistic to try and help everyone, because sometimes helping one person is to hurt another person, right? And that's what sucks. Like, and so you can't really find the solution that helps everyone, but like they're gonna try, right? And maybe that's what we want to see instead is their personality or their efforts go to something, right? And that's what Wander does. Wander is like fun to watch, like really get under Hater's skin for that fact. Like somehow Wander works. Like he does make it work. He works with everyone, and all the rest of the like evil people, like they're still evil, but they're still friends with Wander somehow, or sometimes, or like something. It's crazy. It's weird, right? So Wander somewhat succeeds, and that's what like drives Hater insane, along with just like obviously obsessing over like trying to stop him.
Yeah.
But Charlie's, I feel like, is immediately shut down because they're already in a place that kind of determined, uh, like, was determined because of their chance on Earth in order to prove themselves. And demons and stuff, I feel like, are an example of like people who embrace what they are and stuff, or what they could really be in that world and ran with it, and that's why there's powerful demons and or souls or whatever, like Alistair and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like Charlie has a lot more running against her, and I really feel like she's not going to be the main protagonist. It is going to be someone like Angel Dust or something.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people seem to be like going towards, because also it seems like Angel Dust has more of like a chance of a backstory to try and like follow, you know?
Yeah.
If they're gonna go for like, oh, this is the person who's the main character for this episode or the focus for this episode, kind of like a Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends scenario, where it's like Blue took over the show, but Mac is like considered the main character or the kid or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But there's always these new demons, new Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, like residents for Blue to interact with to kind of like bounce off him. Then if it's something like that, then that would be pretty good. And if like Charlie becomes more of like the Mr. Harrington, right, where she kind of runs the place and causes trouble and all that, like, or like tries to stop trouble, like being all strict, like Mr. Harrington, like in Foster's Home, then I think that could work. And Angel Dust is like the Blue of the series, where she causes trouble and it's just a permanent residence, and they're trying to help her to go and like escape to heaven, all that stuff, by
Yeah.
redeeming herself or himself, sorry, or whatever, right?
Yeah, and I'd say my second favorite character is Alistair. And like I've seen videos where people are trying to see if there is if Alistair does like have a soft spot somewhere in there.
I think that's what the show is going to explore. That's like
Yeah.
part of it,
And
right?
actually, Vizzy Pop came out with a comic called Day in the Afterlife, and well, I don't know if I should. Is it okay if I say this? What one part that happens in it?
Is it like a spoiler to like? Did she say it might be included in the show or something?
No. Like, but it's where Alistair sees this lady sheep demon almost getting assaulted by this butcher, and he like comes in saying, I truly hate those who abuse people of fair means. I think he said, I might be saying that wrong, like, but he ends up like killing the butcher, like,
Oh, killing the butcher.
yeah, for almost assaulting the girl,
Okay. So he's basically saying like, I hate bullies. I hate bullies like you, and then kills him.
yeah,
And that's it?
yeah,
Okay, then yeah, you can say that. That's not really bad. If it was something spoilery, like, then I would be a little upset myself because I don't like spoilers much. You know
like,
me.
and after that, people were saying they think maybe Alistair has a soft side for women, mostly because actually in his time period, you like,
You respected the lady.
yeah,
Yeah, the
and
lady was to be
also
respected.
and also it was confirmed by Vivzy that Alistair was a mama's boy.
Oh, then yeah. Okay, then yeah, he's got a soft spot for women. Okay, that's part of his character. Okay, interesting. Lily, I feel like we should wrap this up. Mostly due to the time it is and everything, and you got not only do you got to get home, but I got to go to bed. Now, this is a good talk. I'm glad that we talked about all these things. I'm sorry if I was a sourpuss about like watching Doug, all that stuff.
It's okay.
But I do like capturing this. You know, like, I want to have more of a conversation, and that's what we did today. That's great. Sorry, Jake, that you got left behind near the end there, the tail end of this.
It's all good.
You know what's weird? I relate to both of you guys, but you two, like, what I relate to you guys with are very different.
Yes.
So it's like, I went kind of back and forth with you guys, and I was the main voice of this podcast, as is, I am the head above the two. I'm going to change it. I'm going to do something. I'm not gonna change. I do like this layout, but I'm gonna redraw this. Lily, if you want a design that's different for your head, then go ahead and draw me one.
I mean, that looks fine. I was just.
I could take
joking
away the
about
part.
it.
I could take away the part. You know, like where the line is to, and it could just be that shape. Maybe I could just round it out. Would you want that instead? Like, I think that could work.
I don't know.
I'll pull up a few designs. Maybe you'll choose one that you like. Oh, Lily. Oh my God, that cat. You had some art that you showed, and stuff, but we gotta. I wish I could show it right away in the video here, but
like, and I
just send me a picture of it, and I'll do something.
Okay, and I realized I did Angel's teeth wrong. I didn't make them sharp.
What did you do? Let me see.
I guess you can barely tell, but they look like normal teeth.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, it's not that big a deal. Overall, the composition and framing and everything, it shows the like what you intended. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
everything else complements it enough that one thing being wrong, it could be pointed out in the future by other people, but honestly, who cares? The rest of it works so well.
Yeah, I like how I made them silhouettes with a red background because it makes it more dramatic.
It does make it more dramatic. All right, well, send me a picture of this, and I'll try and put it at the end of the video. Or even
Okay.
maybe I'll make that the thumbnail, and then we'll talk about it. Oh wait, we didn't talk about it. We didn't talk about it till near the end. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to lead you on about the subject. No, but yeah, honestly, actually, Lily, do you have I want to try and do this more often on like the weekends. What's a thing that we could try and look forward to next time we do the podcast? Like, kind of like a promised subject.
I'm not sure.
Jake, what? Okay, how about this? What's a subject that you feel you'd be willing more to talk about? Because I feel like ripping on Butch Hartman was one of them that I feel like we all kind of got a kick out of. Like, and educating you on the Butch Hartman stuff. If you need a new controversy, Jake, to follow besides Onision, Butch Hartman is
Onion
one to.
Boy.
Huh?
His name is Onion Boy.
No, I want Onion Boy to be like a video game character somewhere. Onion Boy is too cute for him.
But onions are gross and smelly. Like.
I don't know. For some people, they could be delicious. Maybe not the most appealing scent, but onions could be delicious. I don't know.
And also, they make people cry.
Yeah, that's just
Perfect.
That's just a chemical reaction. Whatever. Jake, what's the subject? Oh, I remember being reminded of a flashback I had. No, but okay. You reminded me earlier of something about Netflix. Because you said Netflix, and I was like, Netflix. Oh yeah. Okay. So here's that thing with Netflix. Ghost Town. It's a fucking great looking show that's very Gumball-esque in the sense that the characters are 2D, but the environments are real, or at least 3D, and they go around. Like I just got to show you guys. I think I showed you, Jake, but I did not show you, Lily, what this show was about. I didn't even show you what this show.
Hey,
I know. Oh, did you watch any more of Cosmic Kid, Lily?
No, but I can since we have Netflix now.
Oh, please do, Lily. You that show is pretty good.
Hey, but I kind of watched Rob the Wonderful's review on it. Remember that guy?
Yeah, and what's his review?
Like,
What's it like? Did he like it?
yeah, he liked it. But I just want to let you know I know some things that happen.
Oh, damn it! If you go in not knowing, it's so much better.
Sorry.
You and Jacob, I swear, this is a subject that I could talk to both of you about. Like spoilers. How the hell do you live with spoilers?
I'm
It depends
impatient.
on-
You know what I think made me appreciate no spoilers? I think being able to watch the Star Wars movies with not knowing anything. Like back in the day, Jake, I remember when we had like the DVD set for all the movies, or Joey did at least in some way. We watched them, and I remember we watched them in order of release.
Oh my god, I'm getting a headache from a cat.
Yeah, that cat is just holy crap.
Grandma, why the fuck are you in the kitchen?
Okay. Real quick, I wanted to say watching it in order of release was, I feel like, a really impactful thing about like spoilers or no spoilers, right? And it's like a big, like, to me it's a big deal, spoilers, because it does take away an impact that the film is trying to lead with. And once you have something like the prequels, which kind of just explain who Darth Vader is, and you watch it in like chronological order, then the whole prequels are essentially spoilers for the premise of like the reveal when it comes to Darth. And it's like sometimes, okay, I understand that there is then an anticipation, like when is he gonna find out? You know, like if you're a kid and you don't know when he finds out, but you know the line. You're just waiting for it to happen. Like, you know the line exists and you've heard it and like parodied and stuff, but you've never seen the moment itself. So it's like, oh, when it happens, it can still be a big moment, I guess. But going into those films without the whole prequels like spoiling anything, I feel like really enhances those movies.
Yeah, I guess it really depends on the medium for me because I really gotten into the behind the scene stuff nowadays, and me seeing like the Naughty Dog stuff for The Last of Us Part Two, and all the like, cause there was like a bunch of mixed messages, and people were like, "Oh, this scene is fake." When when you're facing the Sapphites or scars or whatever you want to call them, inside that mall area when you're running around,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and they're whistling and shit, when they're first introduced and shit, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. Just okay, so
People thought that was fake at first because because that's when they introduced the bomb arrow, and people are like, what, you get bomb arrows now? It's like that. No, that's fake. And then I remember, and then after playing the game and stuff, and then I was like scrolling through I can't remember, either Twitter or Instagram, or not Instagram, either Reddit, and it was like, remember when people thought this scene was fake, and it was like Ellie facing the dude in the makeup shop before you can move on, and it's like, oh yeah, I remember that.
yeah. Well, okay, so it depends on the medium for you about spoilers, right?
Yeah.
Lily, what about you? Like, you seem to just like not mind spoilers, and I think it's because of reviewers like Doug, who just straight up spoil everything of a film.
Yeah, and also sometimes I get impatient about things.
Like if there's any information about something, right? You'll be like,
I
or
have
when you're
to
looking,
know.
yeah, you gotta know, right? But I like the preservation of like the intent of like the first time viewing is important. The context of the first time viewing is important, right? Like, and Star Wars is a good example of how like its own franchise kind of ruined it. The only good thing that came out of like any kind of prequel stuff of like Vader's existence, of the prequels and everything, is the Anakin Skywalker from the Star Wars The Clone Wars show.
Yeah.
That shit is amazing. But yeah, I don't know. Spoilers are a thing that I get disappointed with. Like, I like the idea of like also, like,
Well, if it's like a trailer, and if it's like,
yeah, that's
shouldn't-
another shit.
it shouldn't spoil the best stuff.
Yeah, when is it that like trailers started showing the best things?
I don't know. We should do research on that.
Yeah.
Anyways, we should.
We'll do our best in any kind of way. Oh yeah, it's like
yeah,
fucking
we-
10:30 at night.
yeah,
I
we should,
also get impatient with like shows or seasons like coming out. Like, I wish Has-Been would be here sooner, and I also wish the same for season 4 of Stranger Things.
Yeah, that's something. That's something I wish would come out sooner too. Oh, okay. Anytime there's a promotional part, like parts of an episode or something that come out, like Dr. Stone is a good example of like a show that I look forward to, right? That I look forward to, and I am able to view like at least 2 minutes into something.
And like when I
Of the
heard
next episode,
when I
yeah.
first heard of Stranger Things, and people especially when my friends were hyping about it, I for some reason refused to watch it.
I think it's because there were. That's another thing. Hype. Hype is something that really ruined me wanting to know anything about a show, because it's like, oh, like you say it's good, but when you like you overhype it, and then like suddenly it's not as good as you were hyping it up to be. Like, it doesn't hold up. It's it's hard to maintain your enthusiasm. I'm gonna check if 7 is available. Is 7 available? 7's available! Yay! Looks like I know what I'm
But-
watching.
But I guess I like that I waited to watch Stranger Things.
Yeah, I am so glad you waited too, because me just straight up watching it, like watching the 3rd season with you, I feel like you got to see some of the best of it. Right?
And I just couldn't believe like that some people were saying it should have ended after season 1. And
Yeah,
season 1 was so much better than season 2 and 3.
No. Season 2 was amazing. Season 2 was lackluster in some areas, but season 3 took honestly, the only thing that season 3 didn't have that they should have built off of was season 2's sister, whatever, you know?
That's what that was the one thing I was like, the fuck.
Lily, it's getting late. We got to end this
Yeah.
podcast, and we'll definitely talk some more next time. Lily, I want you to know that we talked nonstop with each other for, I think, like basically 2 hours and 40 minutes. You know that? That's how much we have to talk about with each other. I want us to definitely get back into this. You just got to get your butt
And-
over here.
Yeah, and the best part about it is that no annoying mom.
Yeah. Honestly, she can
Although,
get a
wait,
little.
I actually do like talking to her sometimes.
She is an interesting conversation to have in the mix, but it's tough when her strange need to like leave so abruptly, I feel, is what makes it so short-lived. You better slow the hell down on that shit. Like, come on. Anyways, this was fun. I gotta stop the recording. Any last words, Lily? Like, for this episode?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna take this back because I think if I have more sugar,
Your stomach's gonna hurt.
I'm gonna puke.
All right. Well, looks like you learned your lesson on that. I didn't even have to stop you. You stopped yourself. That's good. I wish Jake was out here to say any last words, but it looks like he's missing out. But he'll be a lot more of a conversation piece, honestly, the next time. So yeah. Anyways, till next till maybe I'll talk better next time, guys. Till next time, guys.